Good evening, everyone from around the world, and welcome to the FIBA Olympic Qualifying Tournaments 2024 draw. My name is Ben Samohai, and it's my great pleasure to welcome all of you here in the beautiful town of Sopron, Hungary. The road to Paris 2024 Olympic Games starts right here, and today we will find out the fate of the 16 teams who will be playing at the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournaments from February 8th to 11th next year. The host cities of these tournaments are Antwerp, Belgium, Belem, Brazil, a city to be confirmed in China, and our host tonight, Sopron, Hungary. To tip off today's proceedings, I would like to invite to the stage the President of the Hungarian Basketball Federation, Mr. Marton Bader, to share a few words with us. Mr. Bader.
Thank you, Vincent. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to welcome you in the 2024 Women Basketball Olympic Qualification Tournament draw. First of all, thank you very much to the city of Sopron. Mr. Mayor, thank you very much. We have a beautiful scene here in this museum quarter. Sopron is a city known of basketball. Basketball is more than a sport here. Men and women also competing in the highest level. Plus, I think everybody knows that last year, 2022, Sopron Basket took the EuroLeague title, what was happening the first time in Hungarian basketball history. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the LOC, the local organizing committee, to Mr. Zoltán Török. Zoli, I think I can call you like that. Thank you for your friendship, and I think you are one of the most dedicated persons in the Hungarian basketball in the last 30 years. I think you will keep doing your job. You're doing a great job here in Sopron. I would like to also thank you and appreciate the contribution of Mr. Adam Schmidt, the Secretary of State, who did an amazing job, and to the Hungarian government. We were working on this project a lot, and we put the finances together. So thank you very much. I would like to also thank for FIBA that they gave us the chance again, and we have the chance and the trust to organize such a big event. And I think we can build. Our great relationship and partnership from now too. So I would like to tell you something about Hungarian sport and the Hungarian Olympic feeling. Hungary, in the modern Olympic history, won 511 medals, but is actually 9th on the world. If we count our gold medals per capita or per person, Hungary is number 1 in the world. When Olympic Games are going on, I think the whole nation is cheering, is supporting our Olympians, and we were missing something. Recently, Hungary did not participate as a basketball team on Olympic Games. Last time we did it, it was in 1980 in Moscow, where our women team took the 4th place with the legendary Kislenka, who is with us here. Congratulations again, we love you. So here we are, we earned our spot, we can fight for the spot. So it's an honor, it's a privilege for us. So ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your stay here, have a good time, and good luck for the draw. Thank you very much. Hajrá Magyarország. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bader. Ladies and gentlemen, to celebrate being here in the beautiful town of Sopron, Hungary, we will now have a special performance from the multiple award winner, world-famous opera diva Andrea Rost, who has already performed at the biggest stages of the world, from Wien to New York, from Paris to Tokyo. And Miklós Lukács, a master of jazz, contemporary and world music, who plays the traditional Hungarian instrument, cimbalom. They perform the beautiful Hungarian folk song, Elindultam szép hazámból.
Elindultam szép hazámból,
Ladies and gentlemen, Andrea Rost and Miklós Lukács, thank you very much. The FIBA Olympic qualifying tournaments are important events on the international basketball calendar as they establish the path to the Olympic Games. To tell us more, I would like to invite and introduce and welcome Mr. Astérios Zois, FIBA Central Board member. Good evening, Mr. Zois.
It's really high. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of FIBA, we would like to welcome basketball fans around the world to today's Women's Olympic qualifying draw, a crucial milestone on the road to Paris 2024. At last year's FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup, which was played in Sydney, Australia, we saw fantastic broadcast, digital, and social media numbers, with the event having the highest attendance ever. The success of this world-class tournament confirmed the global appetite for women's basketball. In line with FIBA's strategic priority of women in basketball, FIBA is committed to taking the women's international game to even greater heights. We are now excited to be on the road to Paris. The FIBA Olympic qualifying tournaments are important events, as was said, on the international basketball calendar. These upcoming 4 women's tournaments, to be played in February next year, are an integral component of the women's competition system. FIBA updated this competition system 3 years ago. The objective is very clear: to provide more meaningful and regular official international games for women's teams across the world and give more opportunities to female coaches and officials. And of course, to grow the number of fans following the women's game. On behalf of the FIBA Central Board, I would like to thank Basketbol Belgium, the Brazilian Basketball Confederation, the Basketball Association of the People's Republic of China, and of course, the Hungarian Basketball Federation for hosting these tournaments. A special thank you as well to the Hungarian Basketball Federation and the city of Sopron, who are hosting us today for the draw. We look forward to these 4 national federations delivering these Olympic qualifying tournaments, and we are sure they will provide us with memorable events in February 2024. It is exciting to see which teams will claim their ticket to the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. Best of luck to all participating teams. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zois. And now let's take a look at some of the most exciting on-court actions from these teams.
For three, yes! Davidson says not here.
That's exactly what she's going to do.
Dillard for three! Oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
That one's huge.
It's Honshu. Bagbagor. How about that?
That's back, good!
We are back and we have the pleasure to be joined by Jelena Brooks, former Serbian national team captain. Welcome, Jelena. Thank you very much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
Jelena has a long list of achievements, the most recent being the FIBA Women's Eurobasket 2021 Championship and the EuroLeague Women 2021-2022 Championship for the home team here in Sopron. She also helped Serbia reach the bronze medal game at the Olympic Games in Tokyo, as well as grabbing the bronze medal at Rio Games in 2016. So your biggest achievements came while playing in the national team. What does it mean to you personally to represent your country?
It's an honor to represent the national team of Serbia for so many years. I grew up, I was raised by loving the country that I live in, and since I was 14, I've been playing the European Championships, so under 16, under 18, under 20, and we've been successful. And then after that, in a senior team, to be able to put Serbia on the world map, it was a great honor to be a part of it. And towards the end of my national team career, being a captain and leading the team to a second gold medal European Championship, and being unfortunately short in Tokyo Olympics, but we were still at the Olympics, and it was a great achievement for Serbia national team.
As you mentioned, you had a very impressive international career, starting at a very young age at 2004. What has the women's game changed since then?
It has changed a lot. I probably do not really remember since 2004 as you do, but since I'm on a professional level, it's 2007, coming here to this city. It grew, basketball, women basketball grew on so many levels. Talking about basketball, it got really physical, but it's enjoyment to play, and it's such a privilege to be able to play this sport on a high level for almost 16 years.
Thank you very much, Jelena. Now these qualifying tournaments will bring together 16 teams from around the world who are hoping to accomplish their Olympic dreams and have a medal placed over their head. 12 teams in total will take the stage in Paris 2024. As France is the Olympic host and USA is the FIBA Women's World Champion in 2022, both teams are already qualified, but will take part in the Olympic qualifying tournaments in 2024. There are therefore 10 Olympic tickets still available in February. So now let's take a look at and see how today's draw will work.
The FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournaments 2024 are scheduled from the 8th of February until the 11th. 16 teams will take part. France have qualified as Olympic Games host and USA as the last FIBA Women's World Champions in 2022. Both have a guaranteed spot in Paris, but will take part in the Olympic qualifying tournaments. 12 teams have qualified from the respective Continental Cups played last summer, and the last 2 teams will qualify through the Olympic pre-qualifying tournament in Americas in November this year. They will compete to secure one of the 10 remaining spots at the Paris 2024 Women's Olympic Basketball Tournament. The 16 teams will be divided in 4 Women's Olympic qualifying tournaments of 4 teams each. The women's OQTs will be played in a city to be confirmed in China, Antwerp, Belgium, Belem, Brazil, and Sopron, Hungary. The top 3 teams will earn a ticket to the Olympics from each group, or the top 2 for the groups with France and USA. For today's draw, the 16 teams have been divided in 4 pots, based on the FIBA Women's World Ranking presented by Nike. Each pot will feed 1 team per group. The 4 hosts will be immediately allocated to the tournament taking place in their country. They will be immediately drawn a competition number from 1 to 4, defining their position in the respective tournament. The remaining teams will be drawn starting from pot 1, each with their position in the group, as in the example with the 4 hosts. In order to preserve geographical balance and have a maximum of 2 teams from the same region in each tournament, the following draw principles will apply. USA and France cannot be drawn in the same tournament. There must be a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 2 European teams in each tournament. China and Japan cannot be drawn in the same tournament. Similarly, Australia and New Zealand cannot be drawn in the same tournament. The 2 African teams must be drawn in the same tournament to ensure that all regions are represented at the Olympic Games. Finally, there should be an equal distribution of the 4 teams from Americas across the 4 tournaments. Each time a team will be drawn, the draw software will display the available groups. The draw is completed when all 16 teams have been drawn in a women's OQT with their respective group number and the order of games has been determined.
We are almost ready to get the draw started, but I would like to now introduce our second guest for today, who will help us with the draw. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lenke Kiss from Hungary, who is also a former national team player, having played for Hungary in the 1980 Olympics in the semi-final. Lenke, thank you very much for being with us here. Lenke has also plenty of experience playing at the FIBA Women's Eurobasket, scoring 700 points from 44 games in the competition and finishing 3rd in 1983. Welcome and thank you very much for being with us today. To lead today's procedures, here with me on the stage is FIBA Women's Competition Manager, Miss Anna Bartold. Nice to have you here with us, Anna. Would you like to add anything about how the draw will be carried out?
Thank you very much and good evening. So as mentioned, there's a few draw principles to be followed and respected. So therefore, the draw software will indicate the available groups. And then accordingly, once the team is drawn, it will also then go into the first available group displayed. We will start with the teams, and then we will also draw a competition number in order to define their position in the groups. And I think with that said, we're ready to start the draw.
Thank you very much, Anna. So now let the draw start.
So as mentioned in the video, we will allocate the host countries first. So, Jelena, please.
China.
China will then go into tournament China.
China were quarter-finalists at the Tokyo Olympic Games, and they recently celebrated being crowned FIBA Women's Asia Cup champions.
China will have the competition number 2, and then the next host is?
Belgium.
Belgium. The Cats debuted at the Tokyo Olympics and have since made history after winning a first ever FIBA Women's Eurobasket title this year.
Belgium will have competition number 3. The next host?
Brazil.
Brazil will go into Brazil tournament.
Brazil last played at the Olympics back in 2016 as host nation. They won FIBA Women's America Cup this year, which was a record-breaking 6th title.
Brazil will have the competition number 1. And then the last host?
Hungary.
Hungary is looking to add its 1 Olympic appearance back in 1980. This year they made the semi-finals at the FIBA Women's Eurobasket for the first time in 26 years.
Hungary will have the competition number 2. We are now ready to start with part 1, and then as a reminder, we have already allocated China into the tournament. So please, Jelena, go ahead.
USA.
USA will move into the Belgium tournament.
The USA have won the last 7 Olympic gold medals and are the current world champions.
Belgium will have the competition number, they will have the competition number 2, USA. And then we move on with the next team.
Australia.
Australia will move into the tournament, so the first available tournament is Tournament Brazil.
The Opals have appeared at the last 7 editions of the Olympic Games. They finished 3rd at the FIBA Women's Asia Cup 2023 on home soil in Sydney.
And Australia will have competition number 4. And then the last team in pot 1.
Spain.
Spain will then move into Tournament Hungary.
Spain finished 6th in Tokyo, having made history with their first final appearance in Rio in 2016. They were 2nd at the FIBA Women's Eurobasket 2023.
Spain will have competition number 1. We're now ready to start with pot 2, and here we go as a reminder as well. Belgium and Brazil have already been allocated to their tournament, so please, Jelena, go ahead.
France.
France will move into tournament China.
2024 host nation France took the bronze medal at the previous Olympic Games in Tokyo. They also finished in 3rd place at this year's FIBA Women's Eurobasket.
And they will have competition number 4. And then the last team in pot 2.
America's 1.
America's 1 will then go into tournament Hungary.
This team will be known after the conclusion of the pre-Olympic qualifying tournament scheduled in November in Colombia as the first classified team.
They will have competition number 3. Jelena, please. We go ahead with pot 3.
America's 2.
America's 2 will go into China tournament.
This team will also be known after the conclusion of the pre-Olympic qualifying tournament scheduled in November in Colombia as the second classified team.
And they will have competition number 1. Please, Jelena.
Nigeria.
Nigeria will move into tournament Belgium.
Nigeria finished 11th in the last Olympic Games in Tokyo. They also won their 4th straight FIBA Women's Afrobasket this year.
With the competition number 4. Please.
Japan.
Japan will move into tournament Hungary.
Japan made history at the Tokyo Olympics when they made the final for the first time. They finished in 2nd place at the last FIBA Women's Asia Cup.
And they will have competition number 4. And then please, the last team in pot 3.
Serbia.
Serbia will move into Brazil tournament.
Serbia won bronze on their Olympic debut in 2016 and finished 5th in Tokyo. They also claimed 5th place at the FIBA Women's Eurobasket 2023.
They will have competition number 3. We can now move on with pot 4, and here as a reminder then, the host Hungary has already been allocated, so please.
New Zealand.
New Zealand will go into tournament China.
The Tall Ferns are chasing a first Olympic appearance since 2008 after making the semifinals on the FIBA Women's Asia Cup 2023.
They will have competition number 3. Next team, please.
Senegal.
Senegal will move into Belgium tournament.
Senegal last played at the 2016 Rio Games and they finished in second place at this year's FIBA Women's Afrobasket.
They will have competition number 1. And then the last team,
Germany.
Germany will then move into Brazil tournament.
Germany is looking to participate at the Olympic Games for the first time. They finished in 6th place at the FIBA Women's Eurobasket 2023.
And they will then have competition number 2. And this concludes the draw. We have allocated all 16 teams into the 4 tournaments. So thank you, Julena, and thank you, Lenke.
And thank you, Anna. Thank you very much to FIBA Women's Competition Manager, Ms. Anna Bartold, and our special guests, Ms. Jelena Brooks and Lenka Kish. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the draw for the FIBA Women's Olympic Qualifying Tournaments 2024 is now complete, and these are the results. In the China tournament, it's Americas 2, China, New Zealand, and France. Belgium tournament, Senegal, USA, Belgium, and Nigeria. The tournament in Brazil, Brazil, Germany, Serbia, and Australia. And the Hungarian tournament, Spain, Hungary, Americas 1, and Japan. We look forward to seeing all the qualifying action early next year and welcoming the best players on court. Thank you very much for joining us here in Sopron, Hungary. See you in February 2024.